Hi, this is Miss Cyberling, and today we're going to learn about science fiction. So science fiction falls under the genre of speculative fiction, which tends to be about supernatural, futuristic, or fantastical elements. A lot of times science fiction might ask a question or include different technology about sort of like a faraway future. So, artificial intelligence was a thing before it was a thing, space travel, maybe robotics, or this could even include like a different sort of like political system or something that incorporates some sort of like futuristic civilizations. So science fiction tends to ask like scientific inventive questions. So like, what would happen if we figured out how to live on Mars? Or what if you could go backward and forward in time? So this genre often explores scientific advancement, but it can also inspire kind of the hopes of a scientific tomorrow. This genre developed during the Industrial Revolution, when there were a lot of mechanical advancements happening really fast. I'm sure people were thinking about it. A lot of time literature reflects what's going on in the world and can also inspire what might happen. So there was an episode of the Jetsons, which was a cartoon in 1962, that basically showed FaceTime before FaceTime was a thing. So there was like a character talking to their mother on a screen, which was not something that you could do in 1962. I'm going to read an example that I wrote in the genre of science fiction, and then I'm going to give you your own prompt so that you can practice writing this too. The buttons on the control panel flashed all at once, the alarm sharp and grating. Trying to override the system with the limited coding he could remember, Jax's hands shook. The panel was old and unresponsive. He was used to piloting the newer ships that flew automatically. The atmosphere was bumpy. Fireballs singed the side of the ship. The forecasting algorithm had predicted a meteor shower, but this felt larger, as if something was wrong with the sun. So some well-known books in this genre are Dune by Frank Herbert or Kindred by Octavia E. Butler, if you want to pick up a copy of that. So let's do a prompt together, shall we? Get out a computer, piece of paper, whatever you like to write with. And I'd like you to think about what is one of the world's major problems. And then think about if you were to invent a machine that could fix it or help it, what would that machine be or do? And I'd like you to write a dialogue among a team of technicians building this device. But during their conversation, as they're kind of putting this thing together, one of the technicians makes a mistake and the device transports them somewhere they were not expecting to go. So write that scene and see what it inspires. Maybe it is the beginning of your new novel in this genre of science fiction. Who knows? This is prompts and instruction from my book, The Young Writer's Fiction Workbook. I hope you enjoyed it, and I will see you next time for another writing instruction and prompt.